Hey folks, welcome back. And it's the fourth week of the fall 2025 Mirliton season here in Mobile, Alabama. I'm pretty excited because this week I finally got a Mirliton bloom. Got a female flower in bloom, and that's a pretty sight. Now, unfortunately, I haven't seen any male flowers, but I've identified at least 3 or 4 female flowers right now. And that's kind of what we're seeing right now along the Gulf Coast, is that some people are seeing females, some people are seeing males, but they're not really syncing up with each other. So anyway, let's go look at the vine and I'll show you what I got. As you can tell, skies are kind of gray. Winds are blowing. Projected to be getting probably first big string of rain and wind in a long time. So obviously that's going to have some benefits to the vines, but also may cause a little issue. But as to that, let's see where we're at right now. Well, I do have some good news. Let's see if I can find, if you look right around here. There we go. Look at that. Look at those little creatures. Anyway, there we go. So, really positive. The only problem is getting females, but the males haven't shown up. With all those buds we've seen, still present, but not really seeing anything that's really developed. The lights have been off basically all week, so that has helped. And I think the real thing that's gonna now kick it into gear is some cooler temperatures. That's, I think, what we really need at this point. And like, it's probably about 60 something right now, maybe low 70s. So the stage is set. I think after this week the rains will help. The plant doesn't look bad. Still got the good greenery going here. Let's see, where was that other one I saw earlier? I gotta find the vine, or the leaf. These have kind of grown out so much. Yeah, I'll find it in a second. Here we go. There's a good specimen there. As you'll note, it's basically a Mirliton with a little flower on the end. And it's white. I'll try to take a still shot of that. But anyway, that's kind of it right now. That's a big highlight. That's some good news. Within the first 2 weeks, we're getting flowering, females flowers. I really would have predicted males based off the past. But right now, that's all we got. And there's the high probability that if I climbed on top of here where those leaves are, or the vines or shoots are, there may be some males. Right now that flower doesn't look to be pollinated because it's still got the flower on it, and it hasn't grown much. So there is that possibility. So let's go check the backside. Okay, back up underneath it. This kind of is good because it's protected and it's actually growing in with this fern. But I think that helps protect it from those squirrels. Although not totally, as you can see, the damage. So this plant closest to the tree kind of has become sacrificial in a sense. Yeah, there's a beginning of another female. So I think a lot of people have been experiencing a little bit of both. Some have seen the males and some have seen nothing but females. So, like nature works, 2 of them need to get together so we can have more Mirliton. And mostly up underneath here you can see there's a lot of dead vegetation. I didn't get to clean it out this week like I hoped to. but doesn't seem to be really hurting the plant. It's kind of like what I keep calling the circle of life. You get some leaves that come on, they grow for a while, and then they die off. Remnants of squirrel damage there. So we do have some reports throughout South Louisiana of people actually picking some melitons. It's only really about a handful of reports I've seen thus far, and they're small quantities, maybe 6 to 8 per picking, which is large compared to what I'm picking right now. So, but anyway, that's a good sign. Once again, it's early October. We're about, I call it 4 weeks in from the time I've seen buds, but really about a week for me, or a couple days since I've been seeing flowering. So hopefully if the flowering progresses and everybody comes together, maybe by the end of the month I might be seeing or picking some, which is fine because like you said, traditionally you have them ready for the Thanksgiving table or Christmas table. So optimistic still here in West Mobile. All I'm gonna do this week is just let her grow. It's gonna rain. Gotta keep that light off and just let it do its thing. So anyway, we'll check back next week. So there you go, folks. Hopefully that's just a precursor to what we're going to really be seeing. As you might be able to tell, it's kind of cloudy and windy this weekend here in Mobile, and so that's the same along the Gulf Coast. Temperatures are probably in the upper to mid 60s and low 70s. So that's going to help out with the flower production as well as the shorter days. I've got the light off still, as I mentioned in the video, and it doesn't seem to be hurting. And right now, I'm expecting rains. In fact, I was just lucky enough to get this video put together before it starts to rain. So anyway, hopefully next week you'll see a very lush green plant full of buds. But that's what the plan is, and that's what I'm hoping. I'm not going to really have to do much else this week other than just check it out and take care of it. And if I do see the male flowers come on and the females, I may do a little hand pollinating at that point. But I'll cross that bridge when I get to it. So anyway, hope this information has been helpful. If it has, please give it a like and a share with all your Melitol loving friends. Also, if you haven't done so, please subscribe to the melitol.org website or the melitol.org Facebook page. mirliton.org. If you have any comments, you can either send them to me at rpcajun2r@gmail.com or drop them here in the comment section below. Also, if you haven't done so, please subscribe to the David J. Hubbell YouTube channel. I appreciate it. Helps me know folks are watching and what they're interested in seeing. So anyway, appreciate y'all tuning in, and I will see you next week.